blood vessels. The blood vessels which bring blood to the human heart. This is we have to discuss. Here, there are three large veins. Three large veins. Three large veins that bring blood to heart from all the body parts. From all the body parts, there are three large veins. Those veins bring blood to the heart. Those are, first one is superior vena cava, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and one pulmonary vein. Okay, superior vena cava, superior vena cava. This is superior vena cava. It is also called precaval veins, precaval vein, precaval vein. So it is inferior vena cava. It is also called postcaval vein, postcaval vein, postcaval vein. Next, and one more is one pulmonary vein. These three veins are large veins that bring blood to human hearts from various body parts. So, along with these three, in addition to these three, a pair of coronary vein, coronary vein. That coronary vein is also present, which is located on heart. Okay, see these three parts in human heart I will show. Let's have a look on these heart picture. Here, those are not there. See here. See, this is superior vena cava. Already on that day I said this is superior vena cava. This is the superior vena cava. Superior vena cava is also called precaval veins. Precaval veins. So this precaval vein brings deoxygenated blood from head, neck to the right auricle. Okay, that's all. Next, at the same time, one more superior vena cava. Next, I said one more inferior vena cava. Here they did not show. Actually, it will be located here. Inferior vena cava. That is, see, in this picture it was shown. This is called inferior vena cava. This is called inferior vena cava. See, inferior vena cava is also called post caval vein, caval vein, post caval vein. It brings deoxygenated blood from lower body parts, that is abdomen, legs, torso, etc. So from those parts, it brings deoxygenated blood and open into the right auricle. Okay, that's all. This is the explanation about caval veins. Okay, come to that part. See, superior vena cava. Whatever I said, that only here will be there. It collects deoxygenated blood. It collects deoxygenated blood from upper parts of the body, such as head, neck. From the head and neck, it collects deoxygenated blood and opens into the right auricle. This is already we discussed that. Okay. Next, another one is inferior vena cava. The inferior vena cava is also called postcaval vein. So this postcaval vein generally in heart like this way. The heart like this way will be there. Here, precaval veins. Here, postcaval vein is connected. Through this from back side, it is open into the right auricle. Right auricle. Okay, that's all. It also opens into the right auricles. So this is postcaval vein. Postcaval vein or inferior vena cava. It is also opens into the right auricles. Right auricles. Next, and one more. See here, pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins. So it brings oxygenated blood from the lungs and opens into the left auricle. So pulmonary vein opens into the, it is left auricle. The pulmonary vein opens into the left auricle and brings oxygenated blood. Brings oxygenated blood. Okay, ma? So it opens into the left auricle and brings it, left auricle receives oxygenated blood. Left auricle always receives oxygenated blood. Okay, that's all. Next, another one is so coronary veins. A pair of veins are called coronary veins. It brings deoxygenated blood from the walls of the heart. See, generally from walls of the heart, it brings deoxygenated blood from the walls of the heart. See, the walls of the heart I will show. See, walls of the heart, from the walls of the heart in the sense here. These are all the walls, all the walls. Okay, see, generally walls. Outside the pericardium, there is a wall. Okay, so on the walls of the heart, there is a vein that is called coronary vein. So that is called coronary vein. So on that, so like this way, a pair of coronary vein. This is called like this way, pair of coronary veins. Okay, see whether you are observing or not, like this way, like this way. See, these are called coronary veins on the walls of the heart. See, if you clearly observe on the walls of the heart like this way, there are number of numerous coronary veins will be there. These are called coronary veins. These coronary veins brings deoxygenated blood, and these are also opens into the right auricle, that is right auricle, coronary veins. Okay, coronary veins, a pair of coronary veins. So this is pair. From this pair, there are numerous branches will be there. These are called coronary veins. A pair of coronary veins are called coronary veins, which brings deoxygenated blood from the walls of the heart. These also opens into the right auricles. This also opens into the right auricles. That's all. Next, these are all the blood vessels bring blood to the heart from various body parts to the heart. Here, the blood vessels that carry away blood from the heart to various body parts. These four are blood brings from various body parts to the heart. These the blood vessels, those blood vessels that carry away the blood from human heart to various body parts. So there are two large aorta that bring blood to all the parts of the heart. Two large aorta, those two large aorta that bring blood to all the body parts from the heart. So they are systemic aorta, pulmonary aorta, two aorta, two large aorta. Those are called systemic aorta and pulmonary aorta. In addition to the systemic aorta and pulmonary aorta, in addition, a pair of coronary arteries. Coronary arteries also present. Coronary arteries, a pair of coronary arteries. Those coronary arteries also present along with these. So these will bring blood to various body parts from heart. See, systemic aorta. See, picture I will show. In the picture I will show. Just for understanding. Large artery which arises from the left ventricle. It is right auricle. It is a right ventricle. Everybody knows that. So large systemic aorta or systemic trunk. Okay, so large artery which arises from the left ventricle. It is this from here onwards up to here, right ventricle. So the large artery which arises from the left ventricle, from the left ventricle and carries oxygenated blood. See here. Okay, yes, systemic aorta. Systemic aorta or systemic trunk. It is large aorta that arises from the left ventricle, sorry, that arises from the left ventricle, from the left ventricle. It is left auricle, it is left ventricle. From the left ventricle, large aorta arises from the left ventricle and carries oxygenated blood. See, left auricle always receives oxygenated blood. From the left auricle, left ventricle receives oxygenated blood. This oxygenated blood entered into the arteries. This is large arteries. Okay, so large artery which arises from the left ventricle and carries oxygenated blood to all the body parts. See, this is systemic aorta. Systemic aorta. It collects oxygenated blood from the left ventricle. Okay, the large aorta which arises from the left ventricle and carries oxygenated blood to all the body parts. It is divided into several capillaries. Through these capillaries, oxygenated blood passes to all the body parts except lungs. Okay, so this systemic trunk does not supply oxygenated blood to the lungs. Okay, that's all. This is called systemic aorta. So this is systemic aorta. In actual diagram, I will show. Have a look on that. Yes, come on. Here, this is called systemic aorta. This is called systemic aorta. So see where the name aorta nothing but systemic aorta. So here oxygenated blood, left auricle. From the left auricle, oxygenated blood enters into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, oxygenated blood enters into the systemic aorta and passes to various body parts. That is called systemic aorta. Next, another aorta is called pulmonary artery. So where it is given, this is called pulmonary artery. This is called here given name pulmonary artery. So from pulmonary arteries originated from the right ventricle. So from here up to here, right ventricle. From the right ventricle, pulmonary artery originated, and outside of the heart, it is divided into two branches. It is right pulmonary artery. It is called left pulmonary artery. Right pulmonary artery is connected to the right side lung. Left pulmonary artery is connected to the left pulmonary artery is open to the left lung. So here deoxygenated blood. So through this deoxygenated blood entered into the right lung, deoxygenated blood entered into the left lung. Here deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated. Deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated. So this oxygenated blood again entered into the right ventricle. See, this is called pulmonary vein. This pulmonary vein is opened into the left auricle. From the left auricle, left ventricle. From the left ventricle, again blood goes to the systemic aorta. So like this process is continuous throughout our life. Okay, this is called pulmonary artery. This is called systemic artery. Okay, that's all. Okay, next that only systemic aorta already discussed. Pulmonary aorta, it is also called pulmonary trunk. It originates in the right ventricle. See, already here again I am showing like this way, like this way. It is right auricle, right ventricle. So from here, pulmonary arteries arise. Outside of the heart, it is divided into two branches. It is right pulmonary branch. It is left pulmonary branch. It sends deoxygenated blood to the right lung. It sends deoxygenated blood to the left lung. Here deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated. Deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated. And from these two, pulmonary vein open into the left auricle. From the left auricle, oxygenated blood enter into the left ventricle. See, outside the heart, it divides into two branches. Those two branches are called right and left pulmonary artery. It is right pulmonary artery. It is left pulmonary artery. These arteries carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation. Okay, that's all. Next, coronary arteries. Coronary arteries. A pair of coronary arteries carry oxygenated blood to the heart muscles. To the heart muscles from the heart. See, coronary arteries. Coronary arteries carries oxygenated blood to the heart muscles. Okay, so how here a pair of coronary veins like that, a pair of coronary arteries. These coronary arteries. These coronary arteries brings oxygenated blood to the heart valves from the left ventricle. Okay, so these are called coronary arteries. Coronary arteries. Coronary. So this is coronary artery. It is one blood vessel. So this coronary artery we should not split as coronary and arteries. It is coronary artery. It is a large blood vessel. It is a kind of a blood vessel which carries oxygenated blood to the heart valves. So these are all heart valves. To the heart valves also blood is required. Okay, that blood, that deoxygenated blood is supplied. That deoxygenated blood supplied by the coronary arteries to the heart valves. For example, here, if these coronary arteries are blocked like this way, coronary artery, this coronary artery. When this coronary artery gets blocked, if these arteries are blocked with fat or cholesterol, like this way, then what happened? So from this direction, blood is entered, but outside, incoming is there through the coronary artery, but outgoing is not there. Outside blood is not come to through this blood vessel, blood is not supplied. Then if it is happens in our body, heart, so in such cases we will face heart attack, heart attack, heart attack. In that cases, immediately we will take them to the hospital. They will do a bypass surgery. Bypass surgery means what? See here, see, this is the artery, coronary artery. This coronary artery is blocked with fat. So that blood is going inside of the blood vessels. But this side, blood is not coming. So like this way, drops wise coming. In such cases, they will suffer with a disease that is called heart attack. When the coronary arteries get blocked with age and also due to the deposition of excess cholesterol or any other fatty acids, at that condition, they will face heart attack. At that time, immediately, if we take them to the hospital, doctor will suggest bypass surgery. Bypass surgery means what? See here. Here, this part is blocked with fat. So from the leg, any one blood vessel they will be collected from the thigh or any part of our body. They will collect one artery, one blood vessel that they will be fixed here. They will be fixed and stitches they will made. Thereafter, it will be connected to this part like this. They will maximum try. They will try to remove these clot, to remove this fat. Sorry, to remove this fat. If they are unable to remove this fat, they will suggest bypass surgery. Bypass surgery means what? Here, see, this is like this way. One blood vessel they will be connected. So then the blood through this direction comes to this direction. in rapid directions. This is called bypass surgery. Bypass means what? If you wanted to go to the city, instead of main road, we will take another. If you will go through bypass, we will reach the city quickly. Bypass, through bypass. So like that. So instead of this side, here they will be fixed and one blood vessels and they will be stitched. And again here they will be stitched to this blood vessels. Then the blood travels instead of this side, it will passes this direction and supplied to all the heart part, heart walls. Okay. So that's all. That is the explanation about coronary arteries. Coronary, you should not split. Coronary arteries, it is a large blood vessel which helps to supply oxygenated blood to the heart walls. See here. This is a pair of coronary arteries. Coronary arteries carries oxygenated blood to the heart muscles from the heart. Okay, that's all. If whenever coronary arteries gets blocked with fat or cholesterol or any other saturated fatty acids, when this happens, muscle cells in the heart don't receive oxygenated blood. Whatever may be the muscle cells, heart is made up of by cardiac muscles. Those cardiac muscles are unable to receive oxygenated blood and stop working. Heart stops working. This step is called heart attack. Next, internal structure of human heart. Internal structure. So up to now we have seen external features of the heart. So the blood vessels which bring blood to the heart and which blood vessels carry away blood from heart to various body parts we have seen. Now we will see internal structure of heart. So when if we will see, for example, like this way, heart will be there. Like this way, heart will be there. So if you will cut the longitudinal section of the heart or vertical section of the heart, like this way, vertical section of the heart, if you will cut, then we will have a look on all internal parts of the heart. So those parts of the heart now we will discuss. So first, the human heart has 4 chambers. 1, 2, 3, 4. The upper 2 chambers are called auricles. These 2 chambers are called auricles. These 2 chambers are called auricles. So these 2 chambers are called ventricles. These 2 chambers are called ventricles. Upper 2 chambers are called auricles. Lower 2 chambers are called ventricles. So the internally these 4 chambers are separated by walls, vertical and horizontal walls. Okay, so those walls also called septae. So it is a vertical septae, it is a horizontal septae. There are 3 septae in the heart. Generally, in human heart, there are 3 septae are present, 3 walls are present. One is right and left auricle separated by a vertical wall. See, right and left auricles. See, this is right auricle, left auricle. Both are separated by a vertical wall. That is called inter. It is present in between the 2 hearts. That is why inter. This wall separates auricles. That is why interauricular. This wall name, according to the science or medicine language, septum. Interauricular septum. This is called interauricular septum. See, interauricular septum. Right and left auricles both are separated by a vertical wall. That vertical wall is called interauricular septum. So this is septum prevents mixing of deoxygenated blood. Here deoxygenated blood present, here oxygenated blood is present. Both are separated by a interauricular septum. This wall prevents the mixing of deoxygenated blood in the right auricle with the oxygenated blood present in the left auricle. Next, similarly, the right and left ventricles. Here see, similarly here, right and left ventricles. Like this way you see. This is right ventricle. This is left ventricle. Both are separated by a vertical wall. This wall is called inter. This is called inter. Both are separated by a, both are ventricles, ventricular. This wall is septum. Okay, this wall separates ventricles. That's why it is called interventricular septum. Interventricular septum. This is called interventricular septum. Interventricular septum. So this septum prevents the mixing of deoxygenated blood from oxygenated blood. This is septum prevents the mixing of deoxygenated blood from the oxygenated blood. This prevents the mixing of deoxygenated blood in the right ventricle with the oxygenated blood present in the left ventricle. Okay, that's all. Next, come to the point. This, there are two openings in this septum. See, in this septum and in this septum, there are seventh point. The auricles and ventricles are separated from each other by a transverse septum. So both the auricles and ventricles separated by a transverse septum. This transverse septum is called, so it is present in between auricles and ventricles. That is why auriculoventricular septum. So it horizontally, it separates auricles and ventricles. That's why it is called auriculoventricular septum. It is called interauricular septum. It is called interventricular septum. It is called auriculoventricular septum. So there are two openings in this septum. In this septum, there are two openings. Those openings are called auriculoventricular septum. Those two openings are called auriculoventricular septum. Okay, here one opening, here one opening will be there. Those openings are called auriculoventricular septum. So the right auricle opens into the right ventricle. This right auricle opens into the right ventricle. So through the opening, this opening is present in right direction. That is why it is called right auriculoventricular aperture. See, here one hole will be there. I will show in another diagram. This hole is present in right direction. That's why it is called right auriculoventricular aperture. Aperture means hole. This hole is present in the right direction, which opens right auricle into ventricle. That's why it is called right direction. Auricle opens into the ventricles. That opening is called aperture, hole. That's why it is called right auriculoventricular aperture. While the left auricle opens into the left ventricle through the left auriculoventricular aperture. Left auriculoventricular aperture. See here. Okay, so see here. Those openings are called auriculoventricular septum. Auriculoventricular septum. Similarly, left side also same. So while the left auricle opens into the left left ventricle through the left auriculoventricular aperture. Okay, see like this way. It is right direction. It is left direction. Right direction, small hole will be there. This is called right auriculoventricular septum. Aperture. Aperture. So this side here one hole will be. This side it is present in the left side. That is called left auriculoventricular aperture. Aperture. So these holes are protected by the guarded by the valves. So these are all I will show in the form of printed diagram. Rather than that, here I will show very nicely. Yes. See here. This is the hole. This is the hole. This hole is called right auriculoventricular hole. This hole is called left auriculoventricular aperture. Okay, so this hole is protected by valves. These are two valves. This hole is protected by valves. These valves helps to open the hole always. Here, this hole protected by these valves. Okay, valves. These here valves are called metal valves. Here valves are called tricuspid valves. These valves always open the heart. Always open the hole, that is right auriculoventricular aperture and left auriculoventricular aperture. Okay, ma. This is here internal structure of heart. See here clearly you will get an idea. It is right auricle, right auricle. It is called left auricle. Okay, that's all. Next, this is called left ventricle. This is called right ventricle. This is called right ventricle. Okay, so the right ventricle, left auricle opens into the left ventricle, right auricle opens into the right ventricle. So this is called pulmonary artery. This is called systemic artery. So this is called superior vena cava. This is called inferior vena cava. Okay, that's all. About the heart valves topic, we will discuss in next topic.